I decided to hold off on this topic for a little bit, but just collect my thoughts on it. But holy shit, Game Freak. You want to talk about going to EA levels? Holy shit. You cut out functions that are supposed to be in this game, like, what is it, global trading system? And other things I can't recall right now. What was it? Let me look at it real quickly. It's just... I'm stupefied right now. So, let's just go along with what, oh my god. I can't believe this. So basically, you used to have these functions within the previous Pokemon games. So, let's go over to what I'm talking about. So, Pokemon Home details finally came out, and it took them long enough. So here's what you get. The basic. Moving Pokemon from Pokemon Bank. Unavailable in the basic. Premium available. So what you're telling me is that the Pokemon that I have in Pokemon Bank, which that's going to be shut down soon, are stuck in there unless I pay the $3, which is not going to be fucking worth it. You can eat my ass. Number of Pokemon that can be deposited, 30. If you pick the premium, it's $6,000. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the Wonder Box at once, 3. Premium, 10. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the GTS at once, 1 Pokemon. Premium, 3 Pokemon. Room trade. You can participate. Get the premium, you can participate and host. Judge function, which is just seeing the stats and everything, is unavailable if you have the basic. But if you go premium, you can see that. Oh my fucking god. This shit used to be just basic shit within the Dear fucking god. So in the Nintendo Switch version, you can move Pokemon with... What was it? With Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee between the Switch. Move Pokemon with Sword and Shield Pokemon on the Switch. Move Pokemon with Pokemon Bank on the Switch version, and you can do it on the mobile version. Judge Pokemon, you can do it on the Switch and the fucking phone. And then what the last thing you can do on the Switch with Home is exchange Pokemon Home points for battle points. Jesus Christ. The mobile version is where you can actually move Pokemon with Pokemon Bank, judge them too, trade Pokemon, receive mystery gifts, check battle data, and check news. You can't even check it on. And here's another thing too. Like, what was it? Like Google. Like if you have Google Drive or whatever. You can pay like 20 bucks a year, I think, and you get like 250 gigabytes of open stuff, like open storage, basically. But from what I've seen on Reddit and stuff with the Pokemon fans and stuff, what they've been talking about, all the Pokemon like up to like 800 and stuff are barely megabytes, maybe kilobytes, basically. Wow. So what you're telling me is that they can increase it on the free part, but they don't want to, but they want to gouge your ass between buying the DLC or buying this on premium. Now, please fucking tell me how that's even fair at all. Like, oh my god, none of this makes sense at all, Game Freak. Like, really? It would have been fine if you, like, release the 200 Pokemon that's coming to the DLC out into the region that we're in where we don't have to fucking buy the DLC, but you really want us to buy the DLC in this Pokemon Home crap? I just swear to God, every time you guys open your fucking mouths, you're just becoming more and more like EA. And it's kind of sad that it is. And a lot of people will probably agree with me on that sentiment too, that it's probably true. Oh my god, that's not even the worst part too. Like, if you don't... Here's an argument that I did see too, that hey, at least they're just doing the DLC function now, and it's a lot more less pricier now. And I'm thinking here for a moment, no, it's not. No, because if you did basic function, because let's start with the previous generation on the 3DS. You bought a new game. What was it? I can't remember the Pokemon. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to think. Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's what I was thinking. So if you just buy one of those, just say like you bought Sun. Okay, yeah, you got it. Done. Big and deal. Then they came out next year with Ultra Sun, and so I'd be like, let me go buy. That's another $40. That's $80 right there. They're getting all the Pokemon and everything in there in that one game. Now you've spent $60 on Pokemon Sword, as an example. Now the DLC comes out. Now you just spent an extra $10 fucking dollars. And now if you want to use the online functions and stuff, and you play a good portion of the Pokemon, there's another $20 with the Nintendo Online functions. That's $110 just to play the game and use the functions, just to barely use it. Because my God, if you try to play this game in those little dungeons and stuff where the ground lights up and stuff, it's unbearable. The AIs barely know what they're fucking doing. Even with the online functions too, the game can barely find anybody. Even though supposedly this game sold like millions and millions of copies, you could barely find anybody in there. And once you do find somebody on there, there's about a 50-50 chance that you will not connect to them. I think they purposely botched this game so they can resell the functions to us, like global trading and some of the other functions too, just to look at our stats on our Pokemon, man. And I think you could already do that in Pokemon, but you have to go through the boring, tedious of a story on Pokemon. And oh God, I can't stand it. I really can't. It's such a shame too that Gamefreak used to make such good games, but I think ever since Mr. Iwata, if I'm saying his name right, passed away and stuff, Gamefreak has gotten lazy. I mean, real fucking lazy. And I think I'll be frankly honest. I think every time Gamefreak releases a game, I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rent it from Gamefly. And this is not a promotion or anything, but I like to let people know that there is better alternatives instead of just throwing $60 at a game. If you're sick and tired of dealing with companies like Game Freak where they'll just gouge your money through your pockets and stuff, and they just don't want to listen to you, Game Freak would probably be your best bet to go through. Because I'm going to start using Gamefly now. I mean, yeah, Gamefly. I'm getting Game Freak and Gamefly mixed up. I don't know why. But yeah, Game Freak, you're no longer trusted. You know, Verlispi or what are these other PokeTubers are doing right now. They may trust you now, but trust me, in the long run, this has happened before with other games too. In the long run, people are gonna get sick and tired of these anti-consumer practices, and it's going to backfire on you, and it's gonna shoot you in the face. It's not gonna be like that little love tap. It's gonna be a hard tap. Like, it's probably gonna be worse than EA's, what was it, the microtransactions they try to do with Star Wars Battlefront 2. Oh my God, that backfired so hard on them, which was pretty much just for what they deserved, to be honest. And I'm telling you right now, it might be a slow effect though, but it's going to be a slow snowball effect. It's going to keep going and going and going. I just think some of these people are just... The PokeTubers might be kissing your ass right now, but when public opinion persuades to us and stuff, and we start pointing these things out, like, for example, I know some of these people are starting to turn around. Like, I saw an argument, like, if you wanted the full Pokemon experience, you would have to both buy Sword and Shield Get all the exclusives on there, trade them, then make sure to have online, the online subscription through Nintendo. Then Pokemon Home, so you can make sure they transfer correctly. Then there's the DLC coming out, which the DLC does not go between Sword and Shield. It actually just goes to one of them. Like, say if you only had Shield, you would buy the Shield expansion only. But if you wanted the full experience, and I bet you anything they're going to split up to 200 on each one of them, you would practically have to spend, let's see, Sword and Shield together is 120, $20 for fucking, what's it called? The online subscription, $15, then for, trying to think of it real quickly, for Bank basically, then another $60 for both of the expansions. Now, if I don't know if you were doing the math right there, but that's about $215 you just spent on one game, one fucking game. Well, franchise, I should say, just to get the full experience. Now, I don't mean to rag on it or anything, but if you guys do enjoy Pokemon, just enjoy it. But don't go be bitching around saying, well, we're all wrong and shit, and you know, it used to be more expensive and stuff. No, no. See, in the older ones, we had our consoles and stuff ready. We only had to maybe buy 2 or 3 games, and that was it. No online subscription or anything. And that was like roughly $30 a pop per game. So say like Diamond and Pearl was 60 right there, and then Platinum came out, that was like 90. That's it, $90. $90 to have 3 different kinds of adventures, and just to have fun. I don't understand this. Fucking people are brain dead sometimes. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please have yourselves a pleasant week, and if I don't see you this week, I'll definitely see you next week. Bye-bye!